Hello, today I'm going to be talking about my painting journey when it comes to kroot carnivores. I have an assembled view of all the kroot that I had at the time. The Forest Stalker Kinband is in the left-hand corner, and then have the old krootox on the right, and then the new krootox and the rampagers in the center, along with most of the kroot that I am going to be showing you today. The carnivores, that is. Alright, let's talk about the first four kindreds that I painted up. I arranged them in the order that I painted them, from left to right, the left being the oldest and the right being the newest. I'll go over the methods I used for each of them and how they turned out. Alright, this is the first kroot model I ever painted. I kind of just slapped some paint on a model. The lessons I learned from this are that it's way easier to paint a model than assemble it, rather than assemble a model than paint it. There are bits of these kroot that kind of don't fit together that well because I painted them and then tried to glue them together. So of all the kroot that I painted, and they're a pretty hard model, like they don't usually come apart, but these are the ones that come apart the most often, just because the paint is kind of fighting with the glue to hold on to it. And yeah, basically for your first kroot that you're going to paint, just try and find a method that works for you and slap some paint on a model and learn from there. Now we're going to go into the second one that I did. I batch painted these. This is kind of an important lesson if you're going to be running a kroot army, because batch painting is going to get a lot more of them done and you're going to need a lot of kroot. So just set a day aside, relax, throw on some lore videos, and just get it done in big sections rather than trying to meticulously paint a model that you already assembled, like with a fine brush. And like I said before, just painting the parts before assembly kind of leads to cleaner lines and better looking models. After you're done painting the sections and they fit together, if some of the glue like bleeds over, just go over it again with a brush after it dries. That really helps. Something important to note on this Kinband is, although the weapons are painted pristinely, I didn't realize the kroot aren't really wearing a shirt and they just kind of have a bandolier. So I painted them like they had a shirt on, like I did the first one. And I didn't realize that that was wrong until my third and favorite kindred, my crimson kroot. I love how these guys turned out, and I found a way to batch paint them really efficiently and well, where you assemble the core of the model. So you assemble the head, the legs, and the body all first, and then you paint the weapons and arms separately and then assemble them. Yeah, and basically just pay attention to your model. Like little details or bumps might not just be sprue left over from cutting the model out, they might be part of the model and need to be painted a different color. I really paid attention to that. These guys even have like yellow eyes. I just really love the way they turned out, and yeah, this is my favorite batch of kroot that I've painted so far. And the final kroot that I've painted, probably going to paint more after this video to be honest, is my brown kroot. And they have vibrant yellow quills. I got inspiration from one of the pictures that they have in the codex. Same like steel and black wood that I used for the weapons. I did some cheeky cheating that I learned from painting the crimson kroot, where you leave like the joints of the model unprimed to help the model stick together with plastic glue. You can prime the whole thing and then just not paint that part. That also kind of helps, but the primer still does interfere with the adherence of the plastic glue. So if you're in a pinch, you can get away with just priming it and not painting the joints, but I recommend like putting a piece of tape or a piece of putty there, taking it off, then gluing it together, and using everything I've said so far about like cleaning it up afterwards, getting the excess glue off. And some of the joints didn't fit together that well, so I kind of cheated by unpriming the shoulder pads. Like the shoulder pads are just the gray plastic, but because it was just plastic, when I put the glue on the backside and put it on, it kind of hided the points at where the joints didn't really fit together that well. So yeah, just finding out tips and tricks like that when you're painting your models is really going to help. Learning what you can get away with and still have a good looking model is very important. I still need to base all these models, obviously, and maybe I'll make a separate video on basing after this, once I figure out how to do it myself. I kind of want to go for like a desert base if I do anything, just maybe splotch on some brown sand texture and then the little rocks I found, and I feel like that would be good. Um, yeah, and thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Might make more painting videos. I have plenty of models I could review, like the old Krootoks and the old Kroot Hounds. Um, Mostly Tau models, but other army recommendations are appreciated. I wouldn't mind making a kill team of some other faction, maybe an Imperial faction, because I am indeed a human, even though I'm a filthy Xenos player in Warhammer 40k. Thank you all for watching. Good luck with your Kroot games, and yeah, have a nice day.